Yeah, just relax and focus on the moment. And remember that your identity is a construct made up with words. And that's true, but that's very extreme. And it's difficult to remain in this state, acknowledging that you don't exist and there is no personality. But that's the first step and the most truthful one and the most ideal. However, if you feel like you lost yourself, you can regain your integrity by taking some time and doing nothing and re-establishing the link with your intuition. And you do that by letting go and giving up on effort and focusing on your awareness. Now that's abstract too. I should go deeper on this and be more practical. One of the minuscule steps that you can do is to listen to what you want, you know, and hear that impulse, that kind of stirs you to do something without a goal, you know, that childlike ability. And that's very intuitive, but also very tangible in an emotional way. It's like a feeling that we constantly lose touch with because of our daily routine and of what we are told by others. But if you want to hear something even more achievable, I would advise you to start practicing again what you like. Give some more time to your hobbies and your genuine interests without striving to make money. It doesn't mean that you have to do something that has no material recompensation, but that shouldn't be the first goal. That also includes listening to music, drawing, uh, playing video games. However, if you indulge too often in your guilty passions, they also become habitual and they don't impress you and they feel like a drag. So you also have to be conscious of it and stop and make a pause from them too. Perhaps if you are too engulfed by your passions, You should try to be normal. Another dimension of rediscovering your identity is to repeat to yourself that you have a good thinking and that you are enough and that you are worthy of respect, and so are others. I know that sounds cliche, but some truths are spoken over and over, perhaps despite and because we are keeping making the same mistakes. And also depends on what type of life do you lead. Because if you're isolated, you can put yourself in other people's shoes in an abstract way. However, if you interact with human beings on a daily basis, you should listen to your ego and defend yourself. Allow yourself to be a little bit more aggressive in a defensive way, especially when you are put against the wall, and pay heed to those ancestral and deep-rooted visceral penchants. You can also reminisce about your childhood and your memories and the days that you have spent with your family, or perhaps one member of it, because the truth is that not all the parts of our intimate circle are viewed by us in a positive light. That's how it is. Maybe you've been abused by a parent or a close relative, although these are rare cases, and they are kept in silence, in some sort of under the rug. But on the other hand, they are kind of exploited in movies and literature. It depends. Just hold on to something shining within you that has brought you comfort. Someday, somewhere in your life. What else? Try to improvise. That also can strengthen your bond with the eternal in the same way as I'm doing now. Starting this video without having a script and without having a definite plan and an ultimate end. You should practice this equally. dropping your goals and fully understanding that we are pointless and life just contradicts and quarrels with you, so to speak, if you resist too much. So yeah, thank you kindly for watching me, and I'll see you on the next one.